Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 reasons to consider moving to Kansas City. So my first reason why you should move to Kansas City is because the cost of living is affordable. I mean, you can get yourself a nice, decent house for $100,000 to $200,000. There's even homes for less than $100,000. If you go north of $200,000, you can get yourself a super duper nice home. A second reason to move to Kansas City is Google Fiber is there. In fact, I believe Kansas City was the first city to ever get Google Fiber. So you've got 1,000 megabits per second upload and download speed. That's like 10 times more than other super fast internet speeds that you usually get. The third reason to move to Kansas City are the museums. There is a free art museum called the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art. There's a Kaleidoscope Children's Activity Center museum, which has lots of free arts and crafts for children. They're currently closed right now because of COVID challenges, but they'll be reopening in the future. Another museum there is the National World War I Museum and Memorial. That's not free, but it's a great resource. Another reason to move to Kansas City is the Kaufman Memorial Garden. It's a free 2-acre botanical garden with tons of flowers and water fountains, and it's also the location where the graves are for the Kaufmans, Ewing and Muriel Kaufman, who have donated a ton of money, who are extremely wealthy and have done a lot in Kansas City. A fifth reason to move to Kansas City is that there are so many caves here. In Missouri, there's over 6,000 caves, natural caves. And also right next to Kansas City, there's 1,100 acre artificial cave in the bluffs above the Missouri River in Kansas City. It's called the Subtropolis. Another reason to move to Kansas City is there are lots of libraries. You've got the Mid-Continent Public Library, which is well known, with tons of family activities and events and resources. There's other libraries. You've got the Olathe Public Library, you've got the Johnson County Libraries, the Kansas City Public Library. So lots and lots of wonderful resources at the libraries. Another wonderful resource in Kansas City are all the theaters. You've got this amazing outdoor Starlight Theater that just looks super duper cool and has performances from Riverdance, Broadway, ballet, magicians. You've got the Coterie Theater with a bunch of musical performances, drama classes and camps. You've got the Kaufman Center of Performing Arts with lots of all sorts of types of performances. So if you want entertainment and to go and support the arts, Kansas City is a great place to go. Another reason to move to Kansas City is there are so many other attractions outside of theaters. You've got, the Kansas City Zoo. You've got Worlds of Fun, Oceans of Fun, Sea Life, Legoland, and a bunch of other amusement and water parks. Number 9, Kansas City has a ton of parks and fields. I mean, you've got the stadiums, football stadium where the Chiefs play. You've got the Pro Baseball Stadium, one of the oldest in the world. You've also got about 200 other parks and about 12,000 acres of green space, and there's over 100 miles of biking and running paths. You've got a couple dozen lakes. You've got dozens of picnic shelters. You've got golf courses, and there's just so much to do. So many, tennis and athletic fields and courts. My final reason why you should consider moving to Kansas City is the traffic, believe it or not. You might think that Kansas City Metro, it has more than 2 million people in the area. You might think that has terrible traffic, but not so. For the most of the time, if you're not in downtown Kansas City and it's not during rush hour, the traffic's very manageable. Kansas City Metro is very spread out, and there's so many trees and hills, and you honestly can't tell that it's a big city. You look like you're driving through trees when you're driving through Kansas City a lot of the time. And it's very relaxing compared to, other big cities where you're not surrounded by so many, rolling hills and trees. And so, unless you're in downtown Kansas City or at rush hour, you really won't have to worry a lot about traffic. And I think that's one thing that really sets Kansas City apart from other big cities, is you've got all the fun of the big city, but you don't have all the stress of worrying about a ton of traffic all the time. Well, anyway, I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you have any other ideas of why you should move to Kansas City, pros and cons of going there, feel free to comment in the comment section below. If you're here for the first time, feel free to subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day.